New deck. Format Brawl. Jump that back over to the side. I'm tempted to make Basri Cats. But I also kind of want to make a Mendicant core artifact deck. They're all so good. Like, I mean, not the vanilla ones are all right. They're not anything really to build around, which makes them a bit meh. Meh. Let's try building Mendicant core first. So affinity for artifacts, awesome. That's an artifact creature dinosaur Thopter with each legendary permanent you control has Ward 2. It protects our commander. That's very nice. As power equals the number of artifacts you control, so even things like Investigate X. This spell costs white blue more to cast for each target beyond the first. Choose any number of target players. Investigate X times where X is the total number of creatures those players control. That's very good. Oh. We've got Nico, who, when they enter, creates 2 shards. They are token enchantments, not artifacts, sadly. We've got this Granite Witness. They're an artifact creature with flying and vigilance and disguise. And when this creature is turned face up, you may tap or untap target creature. Maybe. We can grab that, and that, and that, and that, and that, and that. Why not? That's pretty good. We want artifacts. Or things that make artifacts. Or things that have affinity for artifacts. Piece of artifact removal. Equipped creature can't be blocked by creatures with power 4 or greater. If I can give him 1 extra toughness, which that gives him 1 extra toughness. Oh, that's actually quite good. He's got 3 toughness anyway. If I equip him with that, he has 4 toughness and can't be blocked by creatures with power 4 or greater. So he can be multi-blocked and killed with multi-blocking. But if he doesn't get multi-blocked, he just kills people. Gnome. Landmark. More artifacts required. I actually have quite a lot of cats, now that I'm looking at it. Maybe I could make the Basri cat deck. At the beginning of your end step, you may exile another artifact you control or an artifact card in your graveyard. If you do seek an artifact, that card perpetually has base parent -1/1 and becomes a gnome in addition to its other types. That's quite funny. No, the wall is not an artifact. Sadly. Keep looking through for more artifacts. More weird corner case artifacts. I've almost got a full deck already, and I'm only on the 2-drop white cards. I'm going to need to cut some of these artifacts. He's not going to have power 2 or less for very long. When this creature dies, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card with power 2 or less from among them, put it into your hand, put the rest on the bottom of your library. When it enters or leaves, you get a 1-time boon of when you cast a creature spell, that creature enters with an additional +1/+1 counter on it. It's not bad. I think sticking with the low to the ground stuff is actually pretty good if I have to try and get underneath other decks to start my engines and reach max speed as quickly as possible. So that should be useful. Exile up to 1 type creature with toughness 5 or less until this leaves. More artifacts required. I haven't even got to the blue section, I've almost got an entire deck. But more artifacts required. When it leaves the battlefield, you gain 2 life. Creature you control convoke, untap each creature you can use other players untap step. No. Artifact. This is where there's probably a bunch of blue artifacts, because I've got that black-blue artifact deck. So I've ended up already spending some stuff on blue artifacts. Or at least I thought I did. Most of them probably went on black artifacts instead. Ooh, artifact creature. When this attacks, target creature and opponent controls max the number of artifacts you control. Very good. Very good. No, not really. Spend this mana to cast artifacts and activate abilities of artifact sources. Easily done. +1/+1, when this attacks, draw a card, then discard a card. Meh. Quick creature has flag is kind of cool. Whenever this artifact enters, scry 2. Whenever another artifact you control enters, this becomes a 4/4 Phyrexian Eye artifact creature. Whenever you cast an artifact spell, investigate. Activated abilities of artifacts you control cost 1 less to activate. This mana can't be reduced to less than 1. It's That's really good though. Midnight Clock draws me brand new hands, which is always kind of fun. Return a creature you control to those hands, then I can cast it again and make more token copies of it. Power equal to the number of artifacts you control, which is cool. Enters with an oil counter on it. Remove an oil counter to turn it into an artifact creature for the turn. Not a great vehicle. When it enters, return target creature an opponent controls with power less than its power to its owner's hand. If that creature wasn't a token, conjure a duplicate of it into your hand. It perpetually gains mana of any token you spend to cast it. Kind of cool. I still had to add lands. Wait, are lands already in there? I think lands were already there. Never mind, I didn't have to add lands. That's just for equipment, so I don't know if I want that. This name enters create a map token, sure. My entire deck is just all artifacts. I can start making some cuts now though. Type artifact. Let's have a look at the ones not collected. See if there's anything cool in here. I mean, Esper Sentinel is pretty cool. Into the dungeon's kind of fun. Kind of silly. Type put plus one on the type control. Then if you control 3 or more creatures with different powers, you may play the exiled card without paying its mana cost. Thousand Moonsmith is just a great card. Being able to control 2 or more other creatures, draw a card. Other artifact creatures get +2/+2. On artifacts, they can generate a bunch of artifacts. I mean, that's kind of funny. Craft with 4 or more non-lands with activated abilities. And it can then have all the activated abilities. Works better in kind of combo-y decks. That instead of Oak and Siren. Oh, they're both artifacts. Siren Pirate Artifact, Flying Vigilance. They're kind of the same card. And the Omen Keel's pretty fun. Whenever a vehicle you control does stuff. I don't know how many vehicles I've got in the deck. Oh, whenever you cast a spell with mana value 4 or greater. Not a huge amount of my deck has mana value 4 or greater, in all honesty, if I'm taking out some of these. You can stick him in there and see what happens. Ooh, whenever another artifact you control with mana value 3 or greater enters, create a construct with power and toughness equal to the number of artifacts you control. That's just very good. Sacrifice an artifact, grab an artifact. Also very good. There's just a bunch of artifacts that are just really strong, is the problem. If you would create one or more artifact tokens, create that many tokens plus an additional map. Create a token that's a copy of target artifact token you control. There are some incredibly dumb artifact cards. Whenever an artifact creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you may create a 1/1 blue Thopter. Okay, maybe I'm taking out the vehicle section. We're probably taking out the vehicle section. Artifact land is just good. When this artifact enters, makes a golem. You can craft it with an artifact for 7, and then it turns into an artifact that makes golems, but only if an artifact entered the battlefield at this turn. Probably still good. Cheap mana. Does not work in the deck. Exiling non-artifact, non-land card. The entire deck's going to be artifacts and lands, and like a voyage home. Mox Amber, on the other hand, does work. Don't need any of those. 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 Oh, Pithy Mule's banned in Brawl, apparently. Don't need any of those. Nope. 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 Did I not put an arcane signet in the deck? Yeah, there's an arcane signet already in the deck. want some card draw, but we want it in a weird way. If that makes sense. Of course, it doesn't make sense. I didn't explain that at all properly in any manner. We want it on like non-legendary artifacts that ETB to draw cards, I think. Probably the most efficient way. When you cast an artifact spell, it gets bigger. I'm currently digging down to the Sapphire Medallion. There it is. Okay, I think we need to stop looking through those and flick it to the other view. Flick this up. Ooh. Me knocking things around on my desk when I'm about to readjust myself. Okay, let's have a look at what we've got. So, that's one mythic. That's an uncommon, so that's fine. That's a rare. That's a rare, so that's two rares. That's an enchantment, not an artifact. Very silly. So that's two rares. Three rares. Four rares. Five rares. Five rares? We've got six rares. We've only got three mythic slots. So that's one. That's two. Which means we probably can't have that. And we probably can't have the Mox. And then we need to make some cuts. Like Warzone duplicators. Okay, I guess. Warzone duplicator could be good. Candy Trail Scries, but I think we just want things that ETB and get good ETBs. I should make actual sense. ETB isn't into the battlefield ability. So like spells that do a thing when they enter the battlefield, we don't need to sunscribe anymore because we're trying to remove all the vehicles. We can also go through and actually just remove all the vehicles. Yes. Yeah. Oh, actually, Ariet's Tempting Apple is not as good as Possession Engine. Possession. That's probably spelled correct. Probably spelled very incorrect. Possession. Possession. It's because I'm on not collected. Possession. I did spell it right, correct. I did spell it correct the first time. There we go. Wait, we do want to drop that out so that we can see the curve properly. So while that's a don't think that's as good. don't want Cursed Windbreaker because it does manifest dread, which means I then don't get the other ETBs. Probably. Each legendary permanent you control has Ward 2. But I've only got 1, 2. 2 legendary permanents? Yeah, it doesn't actually do very much. Sword Blade when it enters. Oh, that turns into a vehicle. And it deals 5 damage to target tapped creature and opponent controls. Not bad. Hideaway 5, beginning of your end, you exile a thing to get thing, search for planes, put it into your hand, then gain 2 life. Make a rabbit, square 1, there's probably better things to do with than that. Venture into the dungeon, make a servo. This one also makes a servo, the schematic. This one is, it enters with 2/1/- counters if you cast it from your hand. But we want cool ETBs, not bad ETBs. Esoteric duplicate is whenever you sacrifice this artifact or another artifact, you may pay 2. But that means I need ways to sacrifice my artifacts. And I currently don't have any, I don't think. I don't think I have any at the moment. Sacrifice 3 artifact tokens. Right, sacrifice 1 or more artifacts. Radiant Lotus is how I sacrifice a bunch of artifacts. And Transmutation Font, I suppose. And then Burnished Heart eats itself. Aether Jacket eats itself. Repurposing Bay helps me get up to the Radiant Lotus and like tutor things. Portal of Sanctuary puts target creature back into my hand. I don't really need the midnight clock. That just investigates. It's just pretty good. Right, subscribes 2. Yeah, there's probably better things. No, scrying 2 is actually pretty good. Oh, we are down 4 cards now. So we hit not collected again. And we go type. Oh no, just have the word artifact instead of the creature. Instead of the type artifact, we just have the word artifact. And we look for ones that have call into the battlefields. When this artifact enters the battlefield, exile target non-land opponent controls a mana value 2 or less until this artifact leaves. It's pretty good. Need to square 1. Nope. Makes a soldier. I want artifact creatures, not just random creatures. When it enters Megathopter, that one's more like it. What is that? add white. Spend this mana to cast artifact spells and activate abilities of artifact sources. Exile one or more artifacts you control with total mana value X. Return target artifact with mana value X from your graveyard to the battlefield. It's kind of cool, but Oswald Fiddlebender does the same thing as the Repurposer. So Repurposing Bay is 2 and tap, sacrifice another artifact. Search life for an artifact, half mana value. That +1, put it onto the battlefield. And Oswald Fiddlebender does the same for white and tap, sacrifice an artifact, search life for an artifact, half mana value equal to that, to 1 plus that artifact's mana value, put it onto the battlefield, shuffle. That's only as a sorcery. That's only as a sorcery. That's the same. Same effect. Potent of healing. Draws me a card. Probably fine. There we go. We want rarity. Rarity equals rare. So we have 6 rare slots. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we've got 3 mythic slots. 1, 2, 3. And then the rest should be fine because we've got loads of commons and uncommons. 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. And I've only got 3 I'm getting from those, so that's all 4, I guess. We've done it. We made an artifact ETB deck. Build the machine. We don't really have a very machine-y sort of thing. Let's save and exit. Build the machine. Yeah. And now we can build the machine. And find match roll. Build the machine. We don't have really any interaction, we're just here to build the machine. Yeah. Turn 1 bridge, turn 2 Necky, Mendicant, turn 3. What is this person doing? What is this person doing? Lots of incredibly cheap spells, I guess. Mendicant. Oh, sorry about the ringing there. I didn't turn my phone off. I mean, I shouldn't turn my phone off. I maybe should have answered that, but I'm in the middle of streaming. I don't really like answering phone calls while streaming. I should have done that the other way around. Like with Market Gnome. Me too. I kind of want to hold on to the. I guess I could play Market Gnome now. I want to hold on to these. I should have held on to some of those. I didn't really need to do them. Got engines. Attack with the Mendicant. Target creature deals 2 damage to that creature's controller. Okay, it's already tapped though. Fetch me a servo. I need to try and get damage in. Civil Glyph Bridge is actually bad in this deck. I probably shouldn't have kept it. Because it blows up my commander, which I don't really want. That's fine. Okay. This is fine. This is fine. Woo! Let's put... reveal them again. Control 3 creatures with different powers. Control 3 creatures with different powers. I control 3 creatures with different powers. Hey look, I got a board state. I could blow up my own board state, but at the moment I'm okay. We okay. You're gonna blow up my 10-3? But then I'd have to spend 4 mana and cast it again. It'll still be a 10-3. Nice. That's fine. I'm gonna get Steel Overseers soon. It's all good. We're all good. Enters tap to fail 1. This deck go fast. It's affinity. Not really affinity, but kind of affinity. Okay. Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to rush all of that. Oh well. Yeah. Their entire deck's just going to be filled with role reversals, isn't it? I'm okay with that. That's kind of funny. Zoom. Okay. So now I'm going to have to spend 2 to cast it again. Because it costs 4 mana less. So I'm going to have to spend 2 to cast it again. I'm fine with this. Craft with artifacts. I've got plenty of artifacts in my bin. It becomes plotted. That's what that is. They can only cast those at sorcery speed. Oh, wait, no. Cancel. I am going to do this, but I'm first going to... Wait, the number of instant sorcery cards in your graveyard, which is 1, 2, 3. Woo! Build the machine! The machine is just a load of robots. Obsessed with killing my Mendicore and he still only costs 4 mana. Makes him really easy to cast again. Zoom. That creature. That creature. Put a counter on one. Put a counter on the same one. And then swing for 10 in the air. That's hexproof and indestructible. What a great top deck. The machine worked! But I do now want to throw into this deck, when I get the cards for it, the set of modules and the set of stations. If I can, if they exist in this game. They should do. I think they do. Crack open a Dustborn pack. We got a Vicious Clown, which is 2 and a red for a 2/3 human clown. Whenever another creature you control with power 2 or less enters, this creature gets +2/+0 until end of turn. And we got Vengeful Possession, 2 and a red for gain control of target creature until end of turn. Untap it, it gains haste, which is an act of treason. But then it also has, you may discard a card if you do draw a card. Ooh, and then we got a Funeral Room Awakening Hall. A room, which for 2 and a black, it gets, when a creature you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life, you gain 1 life. And then for 6 black, you return all creature cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. Very cool. Sorry I didn't talk much through that last match. I was very much just enjoying the machine. If I do collected and not collected and type in station, none of them. Module, all of them. So I can put the module collection in there, and that would be very funny. I kind of want to do that. 2 of them are uncommons, 1 of them is a rare. Oh, and I just got a rare. I could put them all in right now. Then I need to make 3 cuts. We've got I guess I can cut Portal of Sanctuary if I have Decoction module. So that's an easy swap. The Unstable Glyph Bridge kind of turned out to be a bit of a nombo, but then also kind of worked. Maybe I keep that in. I give flying? No, it just gives +1/+0. Weird. Which I guess isn't as good as just making a bunch of creatures. And then the other one gives me energy and puts counters on things. Do I have the 3 raceways? I've got that one, I've got this one. Raceway. I do have all 3. Fair enough. Chuck one of those in, cut one of the islands. There we go. Now I have the potential to build the machine. So did I put an Oswald Fiddlebender in the deck? I did. So I have Oswald Fiddlebender and the Repurposing Bay in order to attempt to build the machine, which is 3 modules and some kind of sack outlet. which means I actually do need the Ashnod's Altar. I haven't put the sack outlet in yet. Ashnod's. I don't have the rare for it. Does it have any other printings? Nope, it has a rare printing and a different rare printing. Maybe if I just type altar, there might be a different one. No, there's a rare, there's a mythic, there's... That's it, really. Oh, Ironworks. No, Cragclan Ironworks isn't in the set. Well, yeah, they don't have Cragclan Ironworks. Oracle, sack, artifact. I like that it could find stuff if I just type sack artifact. Oh, sacrifice. Helps if I could spell. I need something that you can just drop artifacts or creatures into. Just an endless sacrifice outlet is what I need. Because these can sacrifice things, and the two tutors can sacrifice things, but they don't. They're not repeatable sacrifice effects. Are they an artifact? No, they're not. They're just legendary and a Phyrexian. Okay, have we got any repeatable sacrifice outlets? By the looks of it, all of these are just sacrifice this thing. Or like, sacrifice another by tapping this. One sacrifice an artifact? Doesn't quite work how I want it to. This is to make my silly deck into an actual powerful deck. Not that it's not already really good. Because don't get me wrong, it is. It's just if I get this, I can make an infinite combo. Which normally would be the Ashnod's Altar. Is what would make the actual infinite combo. I guess until I get the Ashnod's Altar, I don't really need the infinite combo. Because it's not actually, like, it wouldn't actually be infinite without the Ashnod's Altar. So getting a different infinite sacrifice outlet doesn't do anything, it just means that I can loop it an extra time, an extra few times. I mean, Mirror Shield on this little guy would be pretty good. Keep. Hello. I decline to reveal a land. They're playing a rat ninja wizard. Playing rats. They're playing rats. How could they? The answer, very easily, probably. Ow. Yeah, Temple of Enlightenment. What I get on top. Ooh. I mean, that's a real good card. Wait, doesn't actually steal the top card of my library.
I love a dramatic entrance.
Okay, they mill themselves. Crap.
I just hate it.
Oh no! The rat begins.
Never underestimate my skills.
Does it have death touch? No, it does not. Then I guess I'm taking 9 and they're making loads of rats. But they're not making a load of rats. Oh, because it's when you kill my creatures. Right. Um... Am I dead? That's the real question. Am I just dead? Was I not speedy enough? And therefore am just dead? Because I could well be.
Sit down. Rethink your life.
No, taking 9. Any ninjutsu shenanigans? It's what I would expect. I mean, now I am just dead. I was already dead, but now I definitely am just dead.
I've trained with the best.
So that. Block there. That block there, that block's here, and I'm still just very dead at -9. But before I die, I get to kill that rat. Okay. I'm already dead by fire. I wasn't quick enough. They got their 2-drop commander out and I spent a turn sitting and waiting, thinking that they'd have a removal spell, which they probably did have, in all honesty. Although they didn't know, yeah, they counterspelled one of my things. I don't think they actually killed any of my things, though. Maybe I feared the removal spell that wasn't even there. playing Muldrotha. So part of me hopes that they bring the brackets into Arena. I don't know if anyone's seen the brackets, but the Commander Rules Committee, Commander Advisory Group, I can't remember what they've called themselves now. Part of me wants to say those were all just the old names. Have implemented a new system for Commander where a Commander deck can now be classified under 5 different brackets, from casual to CEDH, which is competitive Elder Dragon Highlander, for those who don't know. And basically what it means is that you can be more paired up more against decks of your kind of power level. Obviously this is quite a strong deck. I would call it a 3 if not a 4, even though it doesn't have any of the game changers that are what typically classify a deck as a 3 or above. There are specific cards that are very powerful. It's not running any of those, but it is just a strong deck. So I would still just consider it that. But yeah, so it's... Have they really just hit themselves down to 5? Admittedly, I've hit them for like 11. 9? I've hit them for 9. They full sent on this 6 life every single time. No, not quite. They didn't do it on the last one. Yeah, I'll take 3. You casting Muldrotha? Yeah, I thought that would happen. Yeah, they're just going to start casting endless removal spells on my commander. Which, in all honesty, is fair. But they are also on 5, so... they can't last much longer. Yeah. Don't even really want to play the Aether Siphon against them. Mill them cards, then they could play more things from their graveyard. Or not play anything from their graveyard. Okay. Sure. I'm okay with that. Right, the Great Henge is going to keep them alive. Because whenever they tap it, they gain 2 life. They can use that 2 life to draw a card, or use one of the 2 life to gain a treasure. Difficult one. Which dungeon do we want to go into? Also, I love the way it does that. I've never seen it do enter the dungeons on this. Wait, view battlefield. That's on 4. I'll go into the dungeon of the Mad Mage. There we go. Hit max speed. It was a struggle to get there. But we get there. Eventually. And then we watch them play Sultai Value. With this Rhystic Study and this Razaketh. I don't need that anymore. Ugh. Yeah. So 10, 13. Resolve. I'm not going to pay for it. You can draw all the cards you want. Doesn't matter, you either draw them or you mill them, and you're going to be able to play them all anyway, so... No point. Resolve. Not paying for that. You can draw your card if you want. And I am paying for this. Hopefully I'm representing lethal. The alternative is I could have just done lethal damage. I could have just equipped the Celestial Armor and hit them with Oswald Fiddlebender in the air. And they would have been dead. But I didn't spot it, in all honesty. Because they were on 4, and the Celestial Armor gives +2/+0. They're having a think. I wonder what they're thinking about. I wonder if they're thinking, why did they not kill me? And the answer was, I didn't realise. Or maybe they're just there like, how do I win this game? Because I'm sure there's many ways to do it. For example, they've got a Gator right there. They take my Patchwork Automaton. Okay, fair enough. Reasonable pick. I'm guessing it's the only creature. Only creature with an even mana cost, because they milled 3 odd mana cost creatures. Kind of feel bad. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Should be fine. Resolve. Don't pay. Do pay. Equip this to the Aether Jacket. They then kill the Aether. They don't kill the Aether Jacket. Okay. Got the Aether Eyes, surely. Surely they've got an Aetherize. Nope. No Aetherize. Good game, I guess. That was a weird one. Me expecting them to have all the answers and they had nothing. They had a bunch of stuff, it was just all value items rather than actual responses to things. And given that they half killed themselves, it was like, okay then. I'll take that as a victory. I am building the machine successfully. Ooh, is it visionary? Yeah, this is a keepable hand, I guess. Yeah. Keep. Hello. Oh, hello. Hey, poke. Your rock. Hello, hello, hello. No covered mountain. Very fancy. Meat, nope. Robot. Little robot man. Oh, okay, they really don't like him. Do I put him back in the commander? The answer is yes. Yes, I do. I didn't really need to put that land on top. I could have played the island. Oh well, that's fine. What do I cost? Artifact with mana value 3 or greater. Ooh, Magma Jet on me. Right. I was like, couldn't I stack those the other way? The answer is I technically could, but it had no... Can control a target creature and opponent controls for as long as you control this vehicle. Yep. Mine please, thank you. It's mine if miss it now. You kill my commander, I take your commander. Good game. Now I have no maximum hand size. And when I cast an instant sorcery, which I'm not going to do because I don't have any, I do stuff. Yeah. Sometimes that happens. You go into a deck and they steal your commander and you're like, I have no way of dealing with this. Welp. It does happen sometimes. Oh, they're playing Fear. Now is it the Rabbit deck or the Archer deck? Sure, I'll keep this entire hand of 1-drops. Wait for my little guy to come zooming in. Zoom. Hello. Contact. Try to. Swift boots on top, definitely. Next turn land Swift boots, I guess. Swifty foot boot. Ooh, they started with a command tower as well. Finish. Notably, I did not keep a 3-lane hat. Start my engine. Whoop. Ah, yep, they're playing the Heir Apparent deck. God, I've seen this deck so many times. Made me suspicious. Okay. Now they've got even more mana. Sure, I'll trade commanders, I guess. They didn't have it? Okay then. Ah, they had a reanimate spell. Nice. Speed 3. I really wish I had some land. Instead I kept 2 non-lands on top and then have since drawn 2 more non-lands. 2 more non-lands? 2 more non-lands. Where did all those counters come from? Season of Gathering, A+1+1 counter. Okay. Phineas is big quickly. That was a nice quick game though. I'm racing through these games. Playing Brawl quicker than I was playing games of Draft. Ah, a 5-colour Joda Archmage Eternal deck. Looks like someone's trying to cheat the system. And it will easily work. Joda cheats the system very well. I haven't got my colours. That's fine. Sure. Hello. Nice, I didn't know they did that. I don't know if anyone else saw it. The Xander's Lounge made like a little tableau above it, which was very cool. Start my engine. Oh, bleep. We racing. We racing. And they play Joda. Work. Equip. There. Back with my 5-4 that they can't watch because it's the witch's mask on. for your Woiberg. Oops. I didn't do that correctly. Or I technically did. Technically did. Not over yet. Oh, right, there it is. Okay. Me forgetting what Aurelia does. Like a fool. Yeah, it was a fine game. These games I expect to come up against. I goofed on playing the wrong thing. We suffered for it. I had both raceways, so if I had actually paid attention properly, I could have hit them for one, and then instead of trying to bounce their Elishnorn, I could have killed their Elishnorn and Joda and kept my commander, because he would have had 2 power. Or he had 1 power, in fact. Ooh. Orc deck. Nice. Semblance Amble, Esoteric. Steel Overseer. I might put the Steel Overseer under the Amble, actually. Maybe. We'll see what I draw. No, but another creature you control dies. Put a +1/+1 counter on this. If that creature was a goblin or orc, so it could be a goblin deck. It gets 2 counters instead. The race begins. Oh, they've got a little mole. A little investigator mole. Oh, he's so cute. He's filling. Oh, it's a mass orcs deck. Nice. That's very cool. I approve of you amassing orcs. It's very cool. Suspicious Scarecrow. That's fine, I'm okay with that. Your commander can come and do it. An orc army. That's mana value 4, that's mana value 2 or less. No for that one. My commander is big. I want to be able to Dusk Rose under it, but I'm not sure what I can cast. Or they could do that. Oh, they pick the Esoteric. That's fair. It's a good card. So I can now Raceway and then Dusker is their commander and Portable. Oh, I can't. No, I can do both. I can do all of the above. Your entire army fell into a hole. And I finally got the 2-2s. Okay. Okay. Mini goblins. Lots of speed is the problem. Getting to speed 4 is going to be difficult. Because they've got so many chunk blockers. Remember another creature or artifact you control is put to a from the battlefield. Put an oil counter on this creature. Remove 3 oil counters from this creature. Exile the top card of your library. You may play that card this turn. Cool. The little mole guy just... He found some wire. I'm trying to go fast. Please allow me to go fast. So animation module was such a good topic there. I was going to start churning out servos with my Seal Overseer. Do I have a 1-drop flying artifact creature? Not sure, but I bet I have a 3-drop one. So I could eat the Sapphire Medallion. Let's go look for a 2-drop first. I made a team of guys. Yay! Steel Overseer plus animation module is just really good. That's fine. We fine. I'm just trying to get damage in. And next turn I will, because Oaken's Siren will hit you and you haven't got any reach just to stop it. I should be able to hit max. Maximum speed. 6, 7, 8, 8. Is it a spell that deals 3 damage to target creature? Well, it's a spell that can deal 3 damage to target creature. Oh, is it in a braid? Which can still destroy my flying creature. I will achieve maximum speed. I have a 30 power flying indestructible commander. Think you're dead. But in killing you I achieve maximum speed. Ooh, shiny. I don't know what ooh shiny was, no bigger than that. Yes, I got 2 achievements by just doing stuff. Is it having so many artifacts